what is up, everyone? Welcome to Target Focus Life. My name's Steve, and today I have the Benelli M2 12-gauge shotgun. If you want to see an in-depth and detailed review, you've come to the right place. Let's go. At quick glance, the Benelli M2 may look a lot like other Benelli shotguns, namely like the Super Black Eagle 3. So what are the differences between the M2 and the Super Black Eagle 3? We're not gonna get deep into detail in this video, but I will make another video. We'll look at the M2, the Super Black Eagle 3, the Monofeltro, the ETHOS, kind of compare some of the differences. So if you are looking to go the Benelli route, you'll know exactly what you want to get. I'm not going to get heavy into that. We're just going to focus in on the M2. We're going to look at a lot of different areas of the shotgun. If there's anything specific you want to see, I made chapters so you can just jump right to it, but let's jump into the specs. Let's take the ears off first. MSRP of this shotgun is $15.59, which I got it from Reed's, my favorite sporting good retailer out of Walker, Minnesota. And I was able to get it for less than that, but at $15.59, there better be some fancy stuff about this shotgun. We're gonna put it to the test. Let's check it out. This is a 12-gauge shotgun with a 3-inch chamber. The weight is 7 pounds, 2 ounces. Length of pull, like so many of your Benelli shotguns, is 14 3/8 inches. That's the distance from the trigger to the butt end. Drop at comb is 1 3/8 inches. That's the distance if you came flat across the receiver, drawing a line. How much drop is right there? 1 3/8 inches. Drop at heel is 2 3/8 inches. So you have 1 inch drop. That's pretty common. Kind of a typical range there for a field type shotgun, not necessarily a sporting gun. I think this was made to be more of a field gun. Waterfowl could potentially do some upland hunting with it as well. The shotgun comes with 5 choke tubes, 5 flush mount choke tubes. As you can see, I don't have a flush mount choke tube. I've already switched it out for a Carlson's choke tube. I got my cylinder in there because when it comes to speed shooting here in a little bit, I gotta smoke them. And when I'm shooting from the hip, the difference between a cylinder and like a mod makes a huge difference. But this comes with those 5 chokes, like I said, from cylinder, improved cylinder, mod, improved mod, and full. This is a 28-inch barrel on this shotgun, but you can also get it in 26 and 24-inch barrels as well. One last thing I like to take a look at with specs is the trigger. The manufacturers generally don't put too much about their triggers, at least on pull weight. So I like to take a look at the trigger. A little pre-travel there. It's just a little spongy, but it's kind of right there with what you see in a lot of semi-autos. Nothing out of the norm. It does feel a little spongy, not heavy though. I'm gonna say it's just under 6 pounds. Jordan, you haven't pulled the trigger. What do you say?
6 1/4.
6 1/4. First pull here on the Wheeler trigger scale. 6 pounds, 0.6 ounces on this one. We'll enter that one. We'll give another pull. 6 pounds, 6.4 ounces. So, ooh, what's that? You said 6 1/4? What's a quarter? 4. We're at 6.35 right now, average. One more pull. Oh, Jordan can't be right. If the guy behind the camera has a better guess than me, like, I shouldn't be doing these. I mean, Jordan should be making these reviews. I'll gladly run the camera. I don't need to be on camera. 6 pounds, 8.9 ounces. We're, looking close to 6 1/4 pounds average pull weight. So I'm gonna give it to Jordan on that one. He wins again. Trigger, nothing special. I'll get the speed shooting. I'll see how fast I can shoot this, see just what it feels like there. But yeah, nothing about this trigger stands out to me. It's not super crisp. The trigger shoe itself or the body of it, nothing to speak of. Looking at the ergonomics of this shotgun though, trigger guard, it's average trigger guard, nothing big. If you don't hunt with gloves, it's great. If you hunt with gloves, it's maybe a little small, I would say. Kind of have this triangular safety. I like it. It's a cross bolt on the backside. No issues with the safety. The bolt release, I don't know. I like them a little bit bigger. I like them a little bit easier to press. Not my favorite. To get the bolt to lock back on these Benellis and a lot of inertia guns, you have to press that up, then it will lock back. I'm not a fan of that. I like the way it feels. The grip here on the pistol grip is kind of a medium. The forend has a good contour to it, can really get my hands into it. The only thing I don't like about a lot of contour is if I'm shooting clays, I don't do this so much when I'm duck hunting, but when I'm shooting clays, I like to point my finger. It's kind of a challenge when you have a lot of contour like this, but nice ergonomics there, nice grips. Balance-wise, generally you'll see a balance point a little closer to here. You can see it's rearward. So a little bit more weight out back makes the barrel feel a little bit light. If you need to whip the barrel, fine. I like a little bit more weight out front. Generally speaking, other things to mention with ergonomics, it has the Comfort Tech stock, has the chevrons on back, the recoil pad. One last thing to mention about the stock is that it does come with a shim kit, so you can adjust the drop and also the cast of this shotgun, so you can dial that in a little bit. I believe you can get some, this doesn't come with the gun, but I believe there's other recoil pads to adjust the length of pull as well. It does have a stepped up raised vented rib with a small fiber dot on front. I'm not a big fan of fibers, but that's not overly big, pretty moderately sized. I like how it mounts. It fits me very well. The mount that I've shot it so far, I've shot it pretty darn well. Pretty happy with that. But not a whole lot else to mention as far as ergonomics, but this side of things, just nothing really impresses me. Nothing stands out. As far as other variations of the M2, it comes in a lot of different camo patterns, from the Optifade Timber to the Max 5, which I have here. Of course, black synthetic, and then there's also a shadow grass camo option as well. The M2 also has some left-handed versions, which is really cool. I always applaud Benelli for making left-handed versions. Some manufacturers don't. All right, enough talking. Let's get into some shooting. Gonna look at recoil and reliability. This is one of my favorite tests. I don't like a ton of recoil. I don't like guns that are uncomfortable to shoot. I want the recoil to be manageable. I want it to come back into my shoulder, not into my face. Let's just mount this up, pop a few shots. I really didn't feel a ton of recoil, more than gas guns. It's an inertia gun, that's gonna happen. I feel a little bit in my shoulder. What I really noticed is the gun really liked to jump right. Now that's gonna be the tendency for a right-handed shooter shooting a shotgun. There's gonna be some muzzle jump, but this one really wanted to pull right. And when I was doing some shooting before we started this review, I definitely noticed in multiple shots that I was pulling up and to the right quite a bit of muzzle jump. I still think I can shoot it pretty fast. We're gonna find out in a little bit with speed shooting. As far as recoil, pretty manageable. I'm shooting target loads, 1.125 ounces. Look at that, M2 works over the head. Not a problem there. A lot of times inertia guns don't operate nearly as well when you hold them loosely. So if I just, from the hip here, I'm not even holding it really tight. It's still operating. Look at that. I'm gonna try something, one more thing. Let's try a one-handed, see if it'll operate this way. Other than busting up my knuckles and my fingers, this gun operates. I'm pretty impressed. A lot of inertia guns don't like to operate that way. This seems to handle just about anything you throw at it. Recoil-wise, don't shoot it one-handed. That kind of stinks, I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, I'm liking the M2 so far. As far as reliability, recoil-wise, it's right there, middle of the road. It's not super light on the recoil, but we'll look more at that when we get to speed shooting. Let's break this gun down, take a look at quality of build, and also just ease of breakdown and ease of maintenance. So as a lot of you probably know, one thing Benelli is known for is that their guns are fairly simple, as are a lot of inertia guns. Break apart pretty easy, barrel and fore end come off. One piece like that, we can release the bolt. Now this bolt handle, I've only had it apart once. Oh yeah, I'm actually having to take a piece of cloth here. Oh. Hopefully that gets easier, because that's pretty tough. Boom, boom. There's just one pin. And then this is what I love about inertia guns and Benellis. That's it. We're taking apart. Super easy. Quality of build, I mean, this is, to me, a pretty standard shotgun. I think they use decent materials. I think they do a pretty good job. One thing that's nice is the bolts are relatively simple, and the whole gun's relatively simple. Doesn't have a lot of moving pieces that can go wrong. But the only thing I know about Benellis that are kind of a weak point is actually their bolt handle. Yeah, if you take a Benelli bolt handle and then freeze the bolts with water and then tap on it with a little deadhead mallet, they break right off. Well, we can say that Benelli doesn't have a charging handle quite like the other ones. That's evident so far, because that just disappeared. I've actually done that in a video. That's the only reason I know that. I had other guns that didn't break, and I hit them just as hard. You can actually check that video out if you want. It's a freezing shotgun test. We'll put the link down below. I love how the trigger guard goes in. Pretty simple, just one pin to put back in. There it is. 4-end cap back on. We're up and running. We're ready to shoot, which is great because it's time for some speed shooting. I'm eager to see putting this Benelli M2 to the test, how fast I can shoot it. I've put on some pretty fast scores recently. I got that Carlson's choke tube on there. I believe I can get it done. I think I might have thrown a little early. It was a 0.68 to throw it, okay? Which means that was pretty dang fast. But then I had a 0.2 and a 0.2, which isn't anything blazing fast. If I can get down to a 0.8 or 0.17 is pretty dang fast split. This was a 0.2 and a 0.2, total time 1.08. Not a terrible score at all. But I've struggled already. We're not showing all the takes, but I've struggled to get this gun up, get those shots off between the trigger, the recoil, a little bit of the ergonomics, but it's not typical to hold the gun one-handed. Let's keep trying. Oh, that trigger, boy. Put that clip in there. Yeah, I'm like anticipating it breaking. There must be quite a bit of pre-travel because I'm like squeezing, letting off to do the next one, realize I've never taken a shot yet. That was good. That was not faster than the first time, but that's about as good as I can do it without mastering that throw as quick as I can. Yeah, 0.74, so throw is a little bit slower, a 2-1 and a 2-0 split. So my split was 1/100th of a second slower, and I ended up with a 1.15. I'll give it one more try. You know, Tom Knapp, who was the guy that inspired me, used to shoot the M2. He made it look pretty easy. Of course, he had a lot of rounds through it. Do you feel like that was fast? I felt like that was fast. Yeah, I had a 1.8 and 1.8 split. Those are my best splits by far, but it took me 0.9 to get on. It took me just a little bit longer to get on it. It's a 1.26. I went downhill, I went backwards. Now I realized that a variation in this shot, or a variable in this shot I should say, is the time it takes me to get on it. That's why I'm always looking at the splits too. I mean, it was tough to shoot 1.8 splits. Fastest I can shoot is about a 1.7, sometimes a 1.6 split. I'm just gonna try, see what kind of split I can come up with here. Ready? See, I struggle with this gun. Felt pretty fast. It might not even register that. That was 0.55 from the time I heard the buzzer to 3 shots off. Not the gun I would choose right off the bat to try to go fast with. Not saying it can't be done, but being an inertia gun, it has more recoil. The trigger was tough. Probably the low light of this gun was the trigger. I liked a lot of other things. You know, if I'm just shooting off these machines out here, got lots of great Promatic machines to shoot off of, I wouldn't really have too much trouble with it, other than it's got a little more recoil. A lot of things to like about this shotgun. I love the simplicity, ergonomics are nice. If I wanted to get into a Benelli semi-auto, didn't want to jump all the way up to a Super Black Eagle 3, which I think I would just probably take this gun over a Super Black Eagle 3. Don't kill me, don't throw stones at me. My name is Steven, but don't throw stones at me, all right? Anyways, that is the Benelli M2. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, whether you're in the field or in life, you're only gonna hit those shots that you're laser focused on, so live target focused. See ya.